As a reminder to everyone on the call, we're now joined by head coach Matt Viator of Louisiana Monroe. If you have a question for Coach Viator, please press star 1 on your telephone's keypad at this time. Coach, before we get to questions, can you give us your thoughts on last week's game against Auburn and the upcoming game against Idaho?
Yeah, the Auburn game, we were just, I was disappointed. I thought we had some chances early to do a few things and, to make a couple plays offensively that I felt like, maybe could have, kept us in it. And but we didn't make them. And the other thing, too, I thought was disappointing is down 28-7 at the half, we came out and really didn't have what I felt like was the juice we needed. And give Auburn a lot of credit for that. They came out and hit us in the second half on a couple, big plays and just kind of took, the wind out of us, so to speak. But Auburn's a great football team, really good on both offensive and defensive lines, and hopefully we'll learn from this and move on. Idaho comes in this week. Been really impressed with them, starting with their offense. Linehan's a really good player. He looks like a guy that's, this is his third year to start. He's very, very polished in terms of what he's doing, and he gives them an opportunity, I think, to run multiple things and be able to spread the ball around like they do. Defensively, they're big up front, very multiple in what they do. So, that's going to certainly create us some problems in trying to identify, where they're at and what they're doing in that sense. And then the other thing, too, that they bring, which I think is obviously a weapon for them, is the punter. That's punter and kicker that's really done a great job in his career here. And I was reading that he's the best or one of the national leaders over the last 3 years in terms of his average punting, and he's certainly a weapon. So, I'm impressed with what Idaho's doing. Very well coached, commit very few penalties, which I think gives them, which helps them obviously week in and week out, and it'll be a tough challenge for us.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. To get started, looking at the Auburn game, right before halftime, you went down and scored a touchdown on the final drive before half. What did you see from your offense on that drive particularly?
We converted some plays, I think, when we had to. We got a nice rhythm and was able to sustain a drive and made a couple really converted a third down and then converted a crucial third down and then also converted 2 4th and shorts, which we really weren't converting early in the game, and sustaining drives, to go down and put up points, but also to keep our defense off the field. We just weren't doing a really good job of that early in the game, and it was exciting to see that against a good defense in a hostile place like that.
Coach, Cortez Cisco led your team that day in tackles. What did you see from him defensively?
Played fast. He played fast. He was very, very aggressive, and it made the most of the number of snaps that he actually got in. And but he made a couple plays blitzing that were really good plays, and I just think he played really fast, and he seemed to did a really good job of tackling as well.
Coach, as you mentioned, Idaho does present a few challenges with their offense, with the quarterback and going down to the running back Brandon Duckworth. What's really key for you for slowing down their offense on Saturday?
Well, we got to do a really good job. They're going to do multiple things of lining up and getting lined up in the proper places because they're going to do, like I said, they're going to do multiple things. Second thing that we have to do a better job when we've had some success this year. We've done a really good job of tackling. When we haven't had success, Auburn, Oklahoma, we haven't done a very good job of tackling at all and stuff. So that'll be critical because, obviously they have a lot of talent and it's going to be spread out. But we're going to have to do a really good job of tackling them and preventing, extra yards on plays, which is what happened to us last week.
And Coach, one final question. We've been going through the teleconference asking this, but what does it really say to you that this week in the USA Today Coaches Poll, there are 3 Sun Belt teams earning top 25 votes, including Troy, South Alabama, and Appalachian State?
I think, obviously it's tremendous and it's big for the Sun Belt Conference, and I think it's, kind of validates what a lot of us have thought for a long time. That's, and I'm glad that the Sun Belt's getting the recognition, and, obviously, I think the signature wins, the two from South Alabama, certainly has helped. I think that Appalachian State has had some really good performances in front of a national audience, which I believe, also helps this league as well. But, top to bottom, it's a very, very competitive league. Good players, really good coaches, and I'm glad to see that the Sun Belt Conference is getting the recognition it deserves.
All right, Coach, thank you very much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.